All right, what is this other story about this new app?
There's a new app called Grub Tonight.
It's like Grindr?
No sex involved. It's an app that you sign up for it, and then it sets you up with other people who are eating dinner. So say if you don't want to eat dinner alone, it sets you up with a prefix meal seating you at a table that seats 4 to 8 people. So
48 people is pretty big.
4 to 8.
Oh, okay.
4 to 8, between 4 and 8.
Right.
It's odd because I don't know people who need to eat with other people. Like I feel that I prefer to eat alone if I have no one else to eat with. It's not a big problem. But this makes
You're not a restaurant person though.
Not really, no.
You eat slices walking down the street. You eat a dog walking down the street.
Yeah.
This is people that want to go out and try new restaurants and meet people.
This would be odd to me. All right, to meet new people, but then be forced to eat the entire meal with these 3 to 8
Well, it'd be like going to a party. Look, a lot of people move to, let's say, New York from all over.
Yeah.
They work with people, and that's all they know. They like to meet new people. They be part of a mixer, and here's an opportunity to meet 4 to 8 other singles at a restaurant and kind of have just take a shot at it. It's not really all that different from a dating site, but kind of a way to find friends. Like people take adult classes.
Yeah.
You don't know who's going to be in those adult classes. You take those to meet people.
Maybe I'm becoming antisocial.
Well, the thing is, you already have your friend world. Like, when's the last time you met a new friend outside of work or your old running buddies?
Can't tell you. Fucking college.
Right. So that was the kind of end of you meeting people. Now, if you suddenly found out if this company said, Chris, we're transferring you to L.A. or San Francisco.
Yeah.
You don't want to know the people that you work with. You'd like to fucking meet a new crew. Because it gets really dull when your only friends are talking about work.
Yeah. I only talk to people here about work. I have nothing else to talk to them unless I'm texting you to fuck with them.
The thing is, when we went out with Jeremy Coleman and he said, oh, I'm going to this restaurant, he felt like he had this little great, it's Wiley Priest's place. And I'm like, oh yeah, I've ate there a couple of times. It's great. He goes, how do you find out about so many places? I tried to bring up Grub Street to him.
Mm-hmm. It's a great blog.
He couldn't get past his jealousy / anger of feeling like he was going to slap one back in my face. But
it's not a contest.
It is, it's not the easiest thing. Normally, if you went, let's say, to WD-50 by yourself or Bar Americaine where you've been, I'm going to give a place that you've been to. You would probably just end up eating at the bar rather than being a one-person thing. Here's a chance to say, I want to meet some new people who like food like me, would be able to talk about restaurants or the possibility of, where they came from, what schools, whatever. People like to mix. Yeah, people like to mix.
If I go to a diner, I like to sit at the counter because eating by myself in a restaurant kicks in the paranoia where I feel like other people are looking over at me.
Well, there's a big difference between, I think, a diner, which is people are just looking to actually eat
and get out,
and going out to a nice restaurant, which is supposed to be the eating experience. If I'm on the road, I don't give a fuck. It never bothers me to sit down and eat. Sometimes I will take the fucking bar just to, let them have the tables if it looks busy. If not, I got no problem sitting down and eating. But I think this is almost a different situation. This is for people who are looking to make friends.
Well, I guess good for you, Grub, tonight.
Why do you get mad? Because, like, I would see if you were forced to do this, your complaint. But it's almost like, why does any... they have the New York Roadrunners. You ever see them?
Yeah.
They run different fucking things every weekend during the summer. You run the 5Ks, you get these T-shirts. A lot of single people do that so they can meet a bunch of other people, because at the end of the run, it becomes a big mixer.
Yeah.
Most things are done. I mean, everything on the web is set up for social. What's wrong with getting together with people and eat? Charlie, you're on the Run and Fez show.
Ronnie B, I think this is, you can show this on a larger scale, because if you go anywhere, everybody's staring at their phone, everybody's on the internet, and the last thing it's doing is making people friendly. The last thing, I see less and less, you're online at Starbucks, and you say, hey, how was your day? Just simple, common stuff that we took for granted 25 years ago is gone.
I don't know, because I live in New York City, and a lot of people have no problem coming up and being right in your conversation.
I jump in. All right, bitch. If someone's bitching and complaining, fucking...
You'll start talking back.
Yeah, that's right. That does suck, man.
Yeah, it does. It happens all the time in New York. And people will come up and just start petting other people's dogs, or telling other people that their baby is... fucking, they'll just start commenting on their babies or whatever. So that I can't totally agree with, but the fact is, a lot of people don't feel that kind of comfort level. Like Fez says, he feels paranoia when he eats alone, right?
Yeah.
But you also feel paranoia when you go out with a bunch of people or you go to a party. I don't blame it so much on the eating alone. It's your paranoia thing.
Yeah, it's also a different kind of paranoia. Like, eating alone, I get really self-conscious about the amount of food that's on my table.
Again, no one gives a fuck. You're the only one who cares how much you ate.
And I'm just doing what other people already... I'll do what I worry about people doing to me. Like, I'll look over at someone's table to see what their meal looks like. But when someone does it to me, I feel like they're just saying... wow, should he be having that much food? Look, the bread's almost gone.
I've never heard anyone outside of a young girl, worry about such things. I think it really doesn't have to do with the social situation. It has to do with your own sense of paranoia. Because I expect people to eat up with the restaurant when they go to a restaurant. I don't know the last meal they had. I don't know whatever.
No,
I feel like fucking enjoy yourself.
Ball out.
But if there was really a problem that there is, we thought people were eating too much, you would have heard at one point of your life a restaurant saying, sir, you're not eating any more ribs, or the people next to them call 911.
You're cut off.
Because the guy's eating chicken wings. Look, we just showed that thing in Philly the other day that the radio station did. The guy did 287 chicken wings, and 20,000 people fucking cheered for him. It's not like we hate to see people eat. Here is Nate. You're on the Run and Fez show.
Yeah, you know what? I was out in Seattle visiting my cousin. We're sitting at a table of 4, but there's just 2 of us sitting there, and some fucking guy comes over and sits down and puts his tray next to us. I go, what are you, a crazy person? We're sitting here. And my cousin goes, no, that's what we do out here. If there's an open spot, someone's going to sit down and eat, so they don't have to eat alone. There's no fucking way I can handle that. No way.
You know who does that? Europeans. Europeans don't understand that you get a whole table to yourself. But I mean, look, on the train, what is the thing? If you're sitting on a train and there's a seat next to you, someone sits there. If you're sitting in a theater and there's a seat next to you, someone sits there. Now, I wonder if he would do it only if it was a packed restaurant, or would he wait? It's really weird how quickly we try to assign things to ourselves all the time. Like, this is my table in the lunchroom, and that's my seat at my table. It's kind of fucking strange. Why do you do that?
It's part of the thing. It's like building yourself. Like that. This is part of me now. This is mine. This makes me a person.
All right, that's a really interesting phrasing. I've never heard that. Building yourself. Like, you are not yourself.
Yeah.
You have to kind of make up. You're almost like designing a character like an actor.
Fill your head with, whatever.
This is what I do. I think it's the most dangerous shit that you can do to yourself. You know what I mean? And quite frankly, when you get into any kind of unneeded program, it's that Groundhog's Day of you really don't want to experience things. And I think that keeps you shut off. I think it numbs you.
I think it's also like trying to establish like a home base. You're not at your home where you're comfortable. So if you get the same table at the same place, you've got your home away from home.
But see, you're acting like only certain things can make you comfortable, right? What if you decide to become comfortable, no matter where you go? That would be the fucking strength to have. Not to limit yourself. You have a planet the size of Earth. And now you're down to, I feel good in this kitchen, this one bedroom, and this one lunch table away from home. I think that's the problem. That you've now seen the rest of the planet, a place that you were born, as a place that you don't belong. And you only belong at a couple of things. The real power would be to take that comfortability that you feel at home everywhere. Because why wouldn't you be comfortable wherever you went? What's keeping that from happening?
Just, I guess, not knowing the lay of the land, not knowing the circumstances.
Really? You don't know the circumstances in a fucking McDonald's or a mall or a parking lot? Yeah, you know the lay of the land. You're not doing anything that's outside of your realm of expertise.
Yeah, I think it's just trying to, like, even if it's just for an hour and you're someplace, trying to put some sort of roots down.
But what I'm trying to say is roots is what your problem is. You have the ability to go everywhere, right? Mm. Why do you want to root yourself to one thing? Why do you want to limit the amount that you could have?
Comfortableness, being comfortable.
Yeah, but my point is, it's up to you when you're comfortable. Circumstances don't create your comfort. You create your comfortability. Because I know when you moved into your new home, you weren't comfortable.
No.
So you had to establish, finally you clicked on, I'm here long enough, I'm now going to be comfortable. Why not just be comfortable wherever you go? That's the weird thing about it. I don't give a shit if you're eating alone or with a bunch of people, because some people act like, oh, I can't eat with people. Oh my God, the noises and the...
What?
Stop it. People fucking act like noises create their fucking discomfort.
It's fun to fucking...
oh my God, the germs. Just stop it. Be on this fucking planet. You're going to be dead before you know it. You should fucking treat this entire thing like a vacation.
Well, they feel like not experiencing things or limiting themselves is going to keep them alive longer, which is counterproductive.
Here's Matt in Ontario. You're on the Run and Fez show.
Hey, guys. I just wanted to call. Yeah, you're talking about the comfort zones and whatnot. And you know, I'm a pretty outgoing person, and I've been my whole life. And just over the last 5 years, I started getting basically anxiety attacks. And it's when I leave my comfort zone. Like, if I'm at home, I'm good. If people come over, I'm home. And for me, it's associated with having, you know, the washroom is my trigger. And like Fez was saying, when you go to McDonald's, you're kind of out of your comfort zone because you don't know the scenario that you're going to be faced with.
So you honestly think that if you piss somewhere else other than your toilet, it's what?
No, it's not that at all, Ron. It's for me, it's more of I get in a panic situation. What if I have to have an emergency situation? I have to go to the washroom.
Right.
And it's occupied, or it's out of service, or one of those.
Okay, here's what I'm trying to tell you: take a piss in the sink sometime when you don't even need to. I'm not even making that up. Go into a fucking gas station, lock the door, take a piss in the sink. Seriously, Try to do some things, because here's what I worry about with the agoraphobia, right? Is that you can limit it down and limit it and limit it. And the only way that you can break it is to gain more, is to expand your comfort zone, not fucking run back into it.
And you're right. And I something I've been facing and trying to figure out, because it's all on my mind, right?
Right.
And for an example, I went to a concert here just last weekend, and for me, the whole time I couldn't enjoy the concert because it's always that fear. Okay, what happens if all of a sudden I have to take a shit? And the bathroom line is 10 miles long. It goes all the way around the arena, and I have to stand that line. That's when my mind starts going. I always think that even though I know I'm not going to have to, in 3 hours,
right.
I can always wait if I'm at home. It's not a worry.
Or you could say to yourself, oh my God, I got to take a shit, so I'm going to cross the street and take a fucking shit there. You can do whatever you want. It's like, think of fucking Die Hard, right?
Hell yeah.
He didn't know what his circumstances were going to be. The reason that he's a hero is no matter what chaotic thing came up, he would deal with it no matter how he had to deal with it, right? Now, I hate to tell you this, Matt. You're the fucking hero of your own life. So the second that you say, guess what? I bought this concert ticket. I don't have to stay here. Then that's going to give you even more fucking power. You could say, fuck this concert, I'm leaving, or fuck this movie, I'm leaving. Because for some reason, a lot of fucking people who suffer from anxiety feel like if they don't do the thing that they've set out to do, they failed. I'm telling you, wander around like Bugs Bunny and you'll feel better all the time. Just fucking wander around doing what you want when you want to do it until finally you start to see it's not some big scary planet.
That all sounds great, but for me, it's a situation. Yeah, if I was by myself, not a problem. I can leave. No one noticed. If you're with friends or family, they're going to start wondering, well, why is he just leaving? This is a great show. Why does he want to leave all of a sudden?
What do you care? Say it blows. I'm not fucking kidding you. Just say, look, I know you guys are enjoying this. I think it blows, and I'm going to go across the fucking street, maybe to a bar, or I'm going to go get some fucking chicken, or I might go to a movie, or I might go over and do whatever the fuck I want to do. I'm telling you now, this whole thing about what if the bathroom doesn't work? Piss in the sink. Get fucking used to it. Take a piss outside behind your fucking house at 3 o'clock in the morning. And start to fucking mark your territory. Your territory is the planet Earth.
I wish it was that easy. But I'll keep
what part of it isn't easy? Give me one fucking thing that isn't easy. You can't go out in your backyard tonight, 3 o'clock in the morning when it's dark, and take a piss.
That doesn't bother me. And I mean, I plow in the winter, so I mean, I can drive around and piss in a bottle while I'm driving. I don't care.
Well, what do you care about?
It's not that. It's like, for example, what if there's a 40-person lineup for the washroom and, at a crowded place, and there's no other place, there's no other option, and you have to take a shit, like one of those last minutes, like you got 2 minutes to find a shitter.
How many times has that happened to you?
Never. I know, and
that's the thing. You're fucking prepared. And I'm telling you, if you were the type of dude who said, I don't give a fuck, I'll shit in the sink, you would have more power than what you're doing to yourself now. You cannot act like this is other people putting this on you. It's up to you, dude. Just fucking do whatever you want. Just fucking enjoy yourself, and more people will enjoy you.
I'm trying, bud. I appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
All right. I'll tell you one thing right now. You got to be careful about making your fucking world so small. And I'll tell you now, you look at Fez, and his big problem in life is decades have went by, and he didn't do the things that he felt he should do. Now he thinks it's too late. Just do them. Because you are going to be dead. There you go. No matter what fucking happens, no matter what you do and all the germs you fucking skip, you're going to be dead.
And then you shit yourself when you die. So it's
Boom,
gonna happen
it
anyway.
happens. You're going to shit yourself. Here's Tim in Iowa. You're on the Run and Fez show.
Hey, Roman, if you're going to go to a concert and you want to have a good time and you're afraid you're going to shit yourself, why wouldn't you just go before you leave home and then don't go get a greasy hamburger or something? Just wait until the concert's over to go have whatever you're going to have. Enjoy it. Do it while you're there.
The reality of it is, it has nothing to do with shitting. It's just letting your mind run wild. If you're not occupying your mind on something, then your mind's going to go off and do other shit. You know what I mean? Your mind's going to run to a million different scenarios. And there are a million different fucking things that can happen.
That guy just called in's crippled because he's afraid he might shit himself.
He's got the Bob Wiley thing. What if my bladder explodes?
Can you relate to him at all, though?
No, his thing is more like, what if I don't get to the bathroom on time? I just don't want to have to use the bathroom at all. Can I hold this until I get home?
I think it's just specifics, though. I think it just becomes specifics, and you got to be very careful with the agoraphobia thing, because you can go all the way back. But, go see a fucking shrink. Go see a therapist. You don't need to do major things. You don't have to be a fucking daredevil. Just go out and enjoy your life. This entire thing started because Chris Stanley wisely brought up this app, upset that some people don't like to eat alone. I think it's just people who want to meet other people, share food with them.
Didn't think of it that way.
There's a lot of things you're not thinking of because the ecstasy is right at your fucking brain.
Oh, I'm way over that. That was on Sunday.
I know, but how many of your fucking brain cells does it destroy?
It doesn't destroy brain cells.
Here's Bill, Cleveland. You're on the Run and Fez show.
Hey, Ronnie, Fezzy, Centaur, what's up?
Pepper.
Yeah.
Pepper.
So I'm just actually pulling into work. I just left therapy. I have I've had really bad panic attacks for like the last 5 years. And I started to become almost like a shut-in, similar to the guy that you had on the phone. I don't want to go anywhere. I can't shit anywhere, whatever. And when it gets to the point where that's what your life is becoming, you need, like, you hit it on the head. You got to go see a therapist. Today, I was actually in therapy, and my therapist had me induce a panic attack by breathing really short and shallow and everything else, and I was able to get through it. And the more you go through these panic attacks, it doesn't make them feel more comfortable, but you can, like, deal with that shit, which then allows you to roam the earth and be better. And, Fezzy, you can't let this shit ruin your life, man. You gotta go out and be proactive. I've felt better in the last 2 weeks than I have in my entire life. I'm exercising, and I'm dealing with the panic. I understand the guy not wanting to go anywhere because he's afraid to take a shit. I understand his mindset, but it's fucking bananas.
Yeah, but here's the other weird thing too. It's not like a panic attack isn't experienced now by just about every American that you meet. I don't know if it happens all around the world, but I've never met an American who hasn't said, oh man, I had a bad panic attack. We overamp ourselves. It's a big part of it. We oversugar ourselves. We overamp ourselves. There's too much shit going on. I don't know if they used to get like that in the fucking old days. Man, I needed somebody to clock that. I got nobody looking out for me. All these fucking guys had nobody looking out for me. But the fucking fact is, there's nothing like embarrassing about a fucking panic attack. You can be out somewhere now and saying, I'm having a panic attack to a table of people, and they will all say, oh, here's what you need to do. Here's what you need to do to get out of it. Everybody gets it. Everybody understands it. It's not like you said, I'm having a panic attack, and they don't know what it is. But, you wonder why I walk past Starbucks today, it's packed. Everybody's doing caffeine and sugar.
I drink Red Bulls every day. I'm fucking juiced up.
Sooner or later, that's just going to amp you up. So what? I brought it up because I had read so much stuff about fucking, acid fucking coming back on you. Flashbacks.
Yeah.
I thought I was having a flashback one fucking night. I'm like, shit, I guess I am fucking tripping right now.
It's fucking weird.
And then later, I'm like reading, I'm like, oh, maybe that's one of those fucking panic attacks they talk about. I don't know. I would do the same thing during a panic attack as I would fucking a bad trip. Write it out. You don't have any other fucking thing you can do. Do your breathing, put on some fucking music.
Just tell yourself it's going to be okay. Just get through it.
Here's Rob and Philly. You're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey guys, you want a trip? It's over in London. If you're eating, like fried chicken or fish and chips, people just come right up to you. At least my experience was people just came right up and took one of my fucking French fries. And like, as an American, that like enraged me. Like I couldn't believe that somebody's actually touching my food. And but apparently it's just customary over there, and I was the wrong one.
Fez turned off the show to ask me a question, so I didn't get back to you in time. But, yeah, taking food, that has more to do with, that's my fucking shit. If I fucking put my chips up to you, go ahead, grab a chip. You see them on my fucking table? No. You're not what are you, a fucking pigeon?
Hey, look over there.
Seagull? How much trouble would that have been for her to come in? You guys make an extra run out
I
this
inquired.
morning? Still hates.
No hate, just weirdness.
Why?
I don't know. I'm just told that it's just a weird person who has weird tendencies about what they do. And then I was told next time.
No, there is never a next time. We found that out time and time again.
I feel confident about this one.
Really? Like with Q? When that all went well? Because I still never fucking got over that.
I don't know.
Pips? Because of my own personal stuff, I'm shit-canning you in blackface on Friday. Just because of my own personal fucking pissed off. It has nothing to do with you. I'm deciding I'm going to start punishing the innocent.
Oh. That was short-lived, the blackface.
Yeah. And then I'm going to Rob and said, should he really be doing a podcast? Aren't we keeping this kid busy enough? Let everybody feel bad. That's my new motto.
I feel bad.
No, you feel great.
I usually feel pretty bad.
Yeah, but that's because of the shit that you did to your stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Eddie, Los Angeles.
Hey, guys. Just real quick. Placebo effect sort of represents all this. Subconscious choices people make. They decide to be uncomfortable in whatever situation. My wife has a job where she has to talk to huge groups of people all the time. She's been taking social anxiety pills for it for years. A couple months ago, I started giving her sugar pills. I told her a couple months into it, and nothing had changed. She was giving the same talks, talking to people. She's been off the pills ever since.
Well, obviously, I mean, I'm sure that there are things that are actually triggered from physical things, but you can't downplay the fact that mental anxieties exist. My only point was, you don't have to do anything other than expand your own sense of freedom. When that guy was saying, I can only be comfortable here, or Fez's root thing, that somehow having roots represents freedom, it doesn't. It's the exact opposite of having freedom. It's those roots will get you stuck. Imagine you're in a football game and you have roots. Like, this part of the field is mine. Here's the only place that I'm going to feel good at.
How you going to score then, dude?
Well, even if he's defensive. Or an offensive person.
Not going to run anything back. Even if it even happens, they're going to know not to throw it to the root.
Well, I'm in my little place here in my own end zone. I've found my roots.
Rudy's going to get fucking cut.
I don't think Rudy. I don't even know if it fucking happened. That thing's as big as fucking Love is Argo. Big a lie as Argo.
They should just shut that school down for that fucking Lion movie and Manti Te'o's weird gay tryst.
There's a new thing, too. Notre Dame kid.
Oh,
just,
what's happened now?
I'll see if I can find it. I'll put it up on the iBank. I don't know what gets out there to them in Notre Dame.
Well, they show their true colors. They only give a shit about it. They're like any
Gold
other.
and blue, my friend. That's their true colors.
No, their true colors is we had a taste of football greatness again, and that's really all they care about. They're like any other school.
I was hoping not.
Nah, man.
Here's Luke, Massachusetts. You're on the Ron and Fez show.
Yeah, I think it's just really ironic that in the information age where you can't access all sorts of things and learn about all sorts of things, no one really fully experiences that, and they can only just stay in a couple certain subjects and think that's the whole world. But I feel like people aren't getting a full enough experience to find the thing that actually spurs them to greatness.
Even if you don't need to have greatness, you know what I mean? Even if it's just your own personal thing, why not follow the thing that makes you personally fucking happy? Why are people doing things that make them unhappy on purpose? Why are they spending time with people that make them unhappy? Why are they fucking spend times in jobs that make them unhappy?
They're afraid of change. They're afraid of taking risk. I think it's fear and even comfortableness.
All right, even if you look at the internet itself, you ever notice people just go back to like the same 3 or 4 sites? They're not going to anything new. They're just limiting themselves.
Until something new comes up, but even then, it's hard for people to even jump over. But people find things.
But I mean, whatever each person is, every person will have their, here's where I go. And when I sign on, and here's what I do. There's very lack of exploration, I believe.